how these arrays work, and one-dimensional arrays and two-dimensional arrays. I made again a separate video. I'm going to leave that video link in the description. In this video, we're going to solve question number 1 under miscellaneous section in JNTU R18 C language syllabus. For that, what I did was I opened my VS Code and copy pasted the question here and named my program as problem-1.c. Okay, let's try to understand what the problem is about. Basically, we are supposed to give a menu, okay, to the user, and also we need to ask him to enter n numbers, and we need to give him the option to choose the smallest, largest, sum, and average. And also there are some more conditions that we are supposed to actually write this using functions, and also we need to use switch case. Okay, so how this switch case actually works, and about functions also I actually made a separate video. I'm going to leave that video link in the description, and also how to start writing the C programs from the basic level, like the importance of main function, printf, scanf. That too I made a separate video, and I'm going to leave that link in the description. So directly, without wasting time, we'll start writing the code. Okay, I'm gonna write. So first we are supposed to read n numbers, right? So we are gonna ask the user to enter n. Okay, and then I'm gonna read the same into a variable called n. Of course, it doesn't know what is n, so I'm gonna declare n. At the same time, I'm gonna give stdio.h. Okay, I'm gonna increase the font. And after he enters n, I'm going to give array, or I'll just give array of n, and then I'll ask the user to enter %d numbers. I mean, in order to print n there, I gave %n. So I'm going to use for loop I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Doesn't know what is I, so I'm going to declare I as well, and I'm going to read the same into %d ampersand, no ampersand, it is array of I. So basically, how these arrays work, and one-dimensional arrays and two-dimensional arrays, I made again a separate video. I'm going to leave that video link in the description, so I encourage you to watch that video before you start solving these problems. Now I'm done reading the data into my array. Now I'm going to give switch, and before switch I'm going to ask the user to actually, I'm going to give a menu to him. Okay, press 1 or enter 1 to find the smallest number, okay, in the given array, or the numbers that you have actually entered. Some meaningful sentence. Okay, and then I'm going to give new line, enter 1 to find smallest, 2 to largest, and 3 to find the sum, and then 4 to find the average. So I'll modify accordingly. Largest, find sum of the numbers in the given array, and find the average in the given array. Okay, average of the numbers in the given array. And also I'm going to give an option for him to exit, enter 5 to exit the program. So for exit to work, we need to include another header file, and that is std library.h lib.h. okay, that's good. We have given him the menu, and we'll ask the user to enter his choice. Please enter your choice. And I'm gonna read the same into ampersand choice, and based on the choice I'm gonna switch. So it doesn't know what is choice, I'm gonna give choice. And here, if case 1, I need to actually find the smallest, and case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5, I'm going to directly write exit. Okay, even if we put break here, it doesn't matter because it will exit. So we are going to put the default case as well and print, hey, you entered an invalid option. Please choose between 1 and 4. If in case user actually enters something apart from the given menu or the choices that are given menu, then obviously we need to tell him that, hey, you're supposed to actually choose between 1 and 4 and 5 to exit. So now I'll start writing the logic. So we are not supposed to write the code here because we are supposed to use functions, right? So I'm gonna like find smallest number. This is my function. Okay, and for largest I'm going to take, or otherwise I'll finish off writing this. Okay, so here I'm supposed to call this, and I'm gonna send this entire array there and also size as parameters there, and I'm gonna catch it int smallest number, or otherwise int I'll take smallest number equal to, and then I'll simply printf the smallest number in the given array is %d, and it will be the smallest number. Okay, here I need to give t, here also I need to give. The same thing goes for largest, and we'll finish off writing the smallest and then we'll write other functions. Okay, here I have my array, so int array, and I have my int n, or I can take as size. Okay, and now in order to find the smallest, I'll take int min, or int smallest is equal to, I'm going to take a large number, and then I'm going to iterate through the entire loop, and size times I plus plus if a array of I is less than smallest. Okay, then obviously my smallest is a of I. That's it. By the time I finish off iterating over the elements in my smallest variable, I'll be having the smallest number in the entire given array. So finally I'm going to return what? Smallest, or smallest number. If it is confusing, you can give smallest number. So we are returning the smallest number. So similarly, I'm gonna write for largest number. Find largest number. Here instead of smallest, I'm gonna make it as largest, and I'll call it as 0. And here, if my array of I is greater than largest number, then my largest number is equal to a of I. It's not a, okay, it is array of I. Okay, this is array of I, this is also array of I, and return the largest number. So we are done writing the code for that as well. So I'm gonna simply copy and paste it here, so that here I'll call it as largest number, and int largest number, also largest, smallest number. Done. And next is what? If user enters 3, I am supposed to find out the sum of the numbers, right? So int, I'll call it as int sum. Same thing I'll do, int array, int size, and here also basically we are sending the address of the array. Whenever you actually send here, what exactly happens is the address of that array, or the first element address, is copied into this. And I clearly explained the difference between call by value and call by reference in the functions video, so I highly encourage you to go and watch that video to understand how we can pass the values between functions using arguments. And here again, I'm gonna iterate. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna iterate it. Instead of largest number, I'm gonna call it as sum, and I'm gonna return sum. Here simply all I have to do is sum is equal to sum plus, I don't need this at all, this if condition, and array of I. That's it. This will work. So instead of again sum is equal to sum plus, I can use shorthand here, and it'll work. Okay, what I can do is here again I'll have to catch it because I'm returning the values from that function, right? So I'm going to catch it in a variable called sum. I'm going to give the same here sum. I'm going to give it sum, and then here it is sum. Next is what? It is average, right? So similarly, I'm going to take another function and I'm going to call it as average, and then here anyways I'll have the sum, and finally the average is nothing but sum by n. That's it. Okay, sum by, not n, this is size, right? Okay, size, did we use n anywhere? No. Okay, so my average is also there here, so simply copy. I'm missing the semicolons. Maybe the compiler will throw these as errors when we actually start compiling the program. Okay, here I'll call it as average. I'll give it as average. This is sum of the numbers in the given array. The average of the numbers in the given array is perfect. My code looks fine. Let's try to compile and execute and check it. Okay, I opened my terminal. I'm gonna compile it as gcc problem1, and output I'm gonna give it as menu. Okay, of course you can give some meaningful name, and oh my goodness, lots of warnings and errors. And first thing, what's the problem? It is okay, it should be ampersand, and next one is they are telling that hey, we missed a semicolon, and here int sum and sum, okay, it is getting confused. So what I can do is in sum one error, average is also one error, semicolon, exit and break some semicolon issue, right? So what I can do is here, instead of this is getting confused, this is a variable that you declared, again you are calling a function, so it's not able to figure it out. So what I can do is directly, instead of using an intermediate variable, I'll simply keep it here. So this will work. So directly the return will be directly caught and will be printed here itself. Average also I'll do the same. Okay, now another problem, exit, right? Exit, it is telling few parameters, so we'll give 0 and any semicolons that we missed. So let's compile and check, and it'll only tell whether any mistakes are there or not. One thing is there is less than smallest undeclared. Where exactly is it? Okay, this is smallest number, not smallest. Okay, compiler, are you happy now? Okay, again there's a problem. What is smallest? Okay, smallest number, and I can compile. Okay, now no errors at all, so it's gonna be menu. Yes, enter n. It is asking enter n, and I'm gonna give 7, and I'm gonna use 1 2 3 74 87 and 6 and 8. Okay, enter. So now it is asking for me and given the choice of 5. So first I'll check 5. That's it, 5 is working. I am successfully able to exit the program. So again, I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna give 7, 1, 2, 3, 74, 87, 6 and 8, and I wanted to find the smallest one is 1, obviously smallest one. So again, I have to enter all these numbers. No. So that what I can do is I can run this menu infinite number of times. Anyways, I actually gave so putting 2 semicolons like this in the for loop, this will run this entire logic which is there. Okay, I mean, I'm not able to see the piece of code there. Okay, basically my camera is blocking the VS Code. Okay, now this piece of code will run infinite number of times, and I'll have to enter 5 to exit the program. So I'm gonna go compile it, and success, no errors at all. Menu, I gave 7. I wanted to give some random numbers. Okay, 23 and 45. Okay, 4. Okay, now it's asking to find out the smallest number. The smallest number in the given array is 23. Perfect, it's working fine, but the output is not neat, right? So what's happening here is it's better we put new lines. Okay, and when you compile it, it's gonna be very nice. I always wanted my program to be neat. Let's put new lines and compile and execute it. Okay, I'm done putting all the new lines. Now I'm going to compile again and run it. Enter. I'm going to give 5 and entered 5 numbers. Find out the smallest. Okay, it's 12. It's working fine. And find out the average. Okay, and for that I need to give 4. Average is 59. We need to calculate and check whether it's 59 or not, and then we need to find out the sum. Okay, give sum is how much? 298. So 298 divided by 5, how much is it? Yes, it's correct. 59 point something we are going to get, and it's correct. And next one is what? Largest number. Okay, we are going to give 2. Largest is 12, which is false. Largest should be 98. So we did some logical error here. Where is it? See, so for smallest, finding the smallest also we use the same function, and largest also we are using the same function. These are the logical errors. Okay, sometimes developers will be tired writing these huge programs and they'll forget sometimes. Okay, we'll simply do this and then again compile and run it. Compile it, run it. 5. Okay, smallest 12, correct, and largest this time 98. It's working perfectly fine, and you can play around with the output. And what I can do is I'll exit the program. Thank you all for watching the video. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, and do like and share and subscribe to this channel.